Okay, now let's talk about importing our models into Lumion. So Lumion accepts a couple of different file formats. You can import a SketchUp version 8 file. You can import a DAE file and FBXs. Those are the three most common that you can import into Lumion that you'll probably be working with. To go from Revit to Lumion, there's this Revit to Lumion bridge here. It's a plugin. To find it, you just look up Revit to Lumion bridge, just like that. And I think now they call it LiveSync. Pay attention to the versions, and you just go ahead and click on the download link. And just make sure, like, this is Lumion 5 through 10.3.2. If you have a different version that's past 10.3.2 or before 5, make sure you download that version. But anyways, you go ahead and download that, make sure Revit's not running, and then you should have this. And then you just go ahead and say export, export. And what it's going to do is, first off, I should tell you, you need to make sure that you're in a 3D view before you export. And it has to be a project. It can't be the family editor. So if you go to export, normal is fine. What that's going to do is anything that's round will be divided into segments. It really doesn't impact much. It's just going to affect the performance of the model. The default settings are totally fine. Just click export, and we'll go ahead and save this again into downloads, and we'll just say Lumion test file. There we go. You're going to open up Lumion, and we're going to say new, and you'll select plain, or maybe there's like different scenes that you can load, so you can load the mountain scene or whatever, but plain is totally fine. Click on import here, and we'll go back to downloads. So you're going to select your model, give it a name, and you can create category folders. So if you wanted to, let's say, create imports for vehicles, you can create a category folder for vehicles. This is going to be something that you can access. It's going to take time to import. Once it imports, it's now part of the Lumion library. So you can access it again and again and again. But we'll just keep all the defaults here. Import animations. This will be important for a future video when we start talking about animations. But we'll just say OK. There we go. Now we place the file, and I was in place mode. I'm going to change it to select mode. You can select this and move it up or down, move it around to wherever you need, but this should be the file that we exported. If you followed the previous video, like I said, you can import FBXs as well. So if you're in 3ds Max and let's say you did export your curbs and whatnot as 3D objects, instead you can do a file export in 3ds Max and export that as an FBX. You would just import it the exact same way.